Hi, this is Ferre and Swenson with TaxSaleSupport.com with the auction update for June.
Yeah, exactly. This is a new thing we're going to do, but each month we're going to essentially do a quick video on all of the upcoming auctions for the month, and we'll probably submit it, near the end of the month. This is our first one, so we're going to just go ahead and start it where we are for June.
Yeah. Now here we go. Oh, continue working here. Let me just shrink this down just a little bit here. I just realized that I've got this set. So, okay. We'll look at it like this first, and then we'll jump to the week-to-week view on it.
Yeah.
Just to give everybody a look here, the auction calendar really is huge this month. You can see that we've got a lot of different, sales that are taking place on these days. And so what we wanted to do is just kind of quickly go through and talk about each one of the days here that'll be taking place. And so we can begin here. Now, let's see here. We can start right about for today's date. We'll jump over here to the next week up, and there we go. So this is actually the auctions coming up here starting tomorrow.
Yeah, essentially there's 24 different states that have auctions that are coming up this month, or that are happening for June. And so, those lists are available on the website. So starting on June 11th, it looks like we got auctions happening in Florida and in Orange County, New York. And then also Oklahoma is going to be having most of their auctions happening that day. So if you're in Oklahoma, in your county, the chances are your county has an auction, and we're going to have the list there, and you can see all of the different Oklahoma counties that are essentially having tax sales.
Yeah, and really, when we tell people that, the vast majority of sales are still live auctions, a lot of times they don't believe us, but really, they've been conducted as live auctions for a long time, and they continue to do that, and they're not the only ones. There's lots of states like that.
Yeah, exactly. We can also see, North Carolina has some auctions, several different auctions that's taking place, Ohio, and then Maryland and Oregon as well. There's a bunch of different auctions that are going to be happening in Maryland for tax lien investing.
Yeah, in fact, it's important to find out if you're investing in an area, if their auctions are something that all take place at the same time, or if there are different counties, the whole auction's on various different days, because it can really affect which auctions you can attend and which ones you end up missing.
Yeah, for example, Oklahoma and Iowa both in the month of June hold their sales, essentially on the same day for most of the counties. All on that same day.
Yeah. In fact, in Utah, a lot of the counties sometimes hold them on the same day, so you can't really choose between as well. It makes it tough, but it's nice when you get a place like Lake Oregon there, that last one on the 11th. You want to pay attention to those if that's where you're investing.
Yeah, for sure.
Now we starting on Tuesday, we're going to have some of the online auctions in the Florida counties of Charlotte, Lake, Lee. Osceola, and then from there we also have sales that are happening in New Jersey, and so we've got Delaware, New Jersey. There's actually going to be sales happening throughout the summer in Arkansas, where we have Carroll and Madison that are also occurring on that day, and then from there we've got some places in Connecticut, North Carolina, are having their live sales. And these are all basically live with the exception of the Florida ones that are happening. But most everything else though is just conducted as a live auction, including Bay in Florida. But there's also Pennsylvania, Ohio. There's a lot of stuff that is selling here. In fact, it looks like even Delaware.
Yeah, Delaware and Connecticut also have auctions that are taking place. In Connecticut, those are actually going to be deed sales. Even though Connecticut does do different types of liens and things, they're actually going to be deed sales. On the 13th, we've got all kinds of different online auctions happening for Florida, Duval, Palm Beach, Pinellas. We also have some online New Jersey auctions. So there's going to be live auctions in New Jersey, and there's also going to be online auctions in New Jersey as well. You can see several different cities and counties are going to be having auctions.
Yeah, and online auctions in New York as well.
Yeah,
will be happening, and really, again, Arkansas has more, but these some of the online auctions are great opportunities. They also have live sales, happening in New York right now.
Yeah, both Wayne County. There's Ohio sales taking place where there's going to be tax deeds sold. Louisiana has some online auctions. And then, of course, Florida is going to have some live auctions taking place that day as well.
Yeah. In fact, we've got just a few there in Florida to wrap it up as live auctions. For the 14th, Thursday the 14th, we've got some live auctions and some online auctions occurring here. Several counties in Florida are holding online auctions, like Hillsborough, Miami, Orange, Walton. Then we also have some areas that have online auctions in Tennessee, starting Cowan, Tennessee, starting on the 14th as well.
First time Tennessee's done an online auction.
Yeah, so that's really a great place to take a look, and it's kind of nice when new areas get opened up, like that for online investing. Make it a lot easier.
New Jersey has some live tax lien auctions, so if you live in New Jersey, that gives you a chance to just compete with the local bidders there, and that can be a good time to pick up some deals. North Carolina has a bunch of different auctions happening in Forsyth and Lee County, Rutherford. Also, Minnesota has one, a live big auction. I was looking through the list in St. Louis, Minnesota, and then Pennsylvania and Florida as well.
Yeah, a bunch more live auctions here. And if you're looking for online auctions, on Friday we've got a number of different opportunities here with California and many of the California counties that are utilizing the bid for assets auctions here. And so, we've got, about 5 or 6 different counties here in California. Modoc, Tahoma, some of those I just know that I'll butcher the names on, but you know which ones they are. We also have some more New York auctions that are going to be live auctions, as well as Ohio, Pennsylvania, and another one there in New York. So let's go up here to the next week here, and that will begin us on Monday, June 18th.
Yeah, and we can see there's some live auctions happening in Florida, of course, along with some online auctions, Manatee. We also have some Maryland online auction taking place and some New Jersey online auctions taking place.
Yeah, and some tax lien auctions, happening, as well.
Yeah, exactly. A bunch of tax liens. And then, of course, Iowa's going to start their tax lien auctions, and they're going to have all of their tax lien auctions are taking place on Monday. We've kind of put some of them on Monday and Tuesday, but that's just because there's so many different counties taking place in Iowa. They're pretty much all going to be happening on this Monday.
Yeah, and they're all online auctions.
Yep. They're all online. They're done through Iowa Tax Auctions, something like that. Essentially, it's the Zeus group. And, of course, you can click on any of the links and it would take you there. Then to finish it out, we've got auctions in New York and North Carolina, Ohio, and Florida.
Yeah, a bunch of live sales taking place there. We have some more online auctions happening in various counties in Florida. Volusia, Lee, Charlotte. But then we have a continuation of the sales actually happening on the previous day here for Iowa.
There are just so many of them.
Yeah, there are just so many of them there that we hate to fill up the calendar there with when it gets too crazy, because it's still a calendar essentially. But then we also have some sales taking place, live sales in Connecticut. North Carolina has several other counties that are holding their auctions on that date, as well as another one in 2 more in Delaware.
Yeah, exactly. And one thing about, even something like these Connecticut auctions, just in looking through some of the lists, they actually have some pretty nice properties. You can, different types of homes. The North Carolina auctions, looking them over, have some pretty good lists. And then there's, of course, more tax deed auctions happening in Ohio. Ohio's kind of a tax lien deed state, but they do sell tax deeds. In fact, a lot of the Ohio states will sell tax deeds along with the mortgages. So they'll do the mortgages and sell the tax deeds afterwards. But then there's also going to be some live tax lien auctions happening in Maryland.
Oh, nice.
In Dorchester.
Yeah, Dorchester, and then actually in Louisiana we also have an online redemption deed sale that's occurring on that same day. There's a live action in Florida after that, live auction. But in Louisiana, though, an online opportunity there for redemption deeds.
Yeah. Starting on Wednesday the 20th, you can see that there's several different online auctions happening in Florida, Pinellas County. But then we also have some online auctions happening in New York, both Fulton, Hamilton. Wisconsin has an online tax deed auction as well. That's something a little bit new.
Yeah, new opportunities there in some new areas. And So it looks like there's also more sales taking place in Connecticut, live auctions. Connecticut, North Carolina, in
New
Ohio.
Jersey too.
Yeah. Waterford, New Jersey has one there. And then we have other sales taking place. Nevada has a sale there. Tennessee, Nashville, Tennessee has their live tax deed auction on this date, the 20th. We also have Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Blair, Pennsylvania, and it's going to wrap it up there with Washington, Florida. For the 21st, we have some more online auctions available there for Florida to start off with, Brevard, Miami, Polk. But then we also have some online tax lien auctions in New Jersey.
Yeah, Miami, that's going to be a big deed sale. Then North Carolina is going to have some more live tax deed auctions. All the auctions in North Carolina are just live. So, you can see Polk County, Henderson. Then some more live auctions happening in Florida where they don't have online auctions in those counties. And those counties can be great opportunities to get property in Florida where you're not competing with all of the online bidders.
Yeah. Now, on the 22nd, on Friday the 22nd, we have the bid for assets. The California sales here. We have Mendocino, California, as well as Ada, Idaho, and those are both
the Boise area.
Yeah, the Boise area, and those are both online auctions. From there, we have some more live auctions. New Hampshire here, and then New Jersey. Another one in North Carolina, and in Lehigh, Pennsylvania.
Yeah. And even in that New Hampshire sale, some of those states that you don't really think about, there's tax sales taking place. We have the list available here, but, good opportunities in many, many states that you don't normally think of.
Yeah, absolutely. It looks like also some more stuff happening on the 25th there, starting on Monday, the last week here of the month.
Yeah, we've got some auction happening in Santa Rosa, Florida, and in Santa Fe, Mexico. New Mexico is going to have their tax deed auctions. So if you're into art or anything like that, check out Santa Fe. That's a good place. Then there's an online auction happening in New York, which it's nice to see online auctions. We always appreciate those. And then North Carolina, Ohio, and Florida all have live auctions. Lake Ohio and Taylor, Florida.
Yeah. And starting on June 26th, we have some more online auctions taking place in Florida. We've got Charlotte Lake, Fallujah, Walton County, and then we also have Dodge, Wisconsin, that will have an online tax deed auction on that day. And then we've got a couple of live sales happening in New Mexico, as well as Anson and Moore, North Carolina, Vance, North Carolina, and then we have another opportunity for the online redemption deeds in Shelby, Louisiana on that date, followed by a couple of live auctions in Florida.
Yeah, Achalua and Dixie. So, Achalua, I believe that's pretty close to Disney World and stuff like that.
Yeah, in fact, it'd be worth looking at. In fact, it's nice when you're going through these different counties a lot of times to pull up the maps to see exactly where they're located, because we don't normally think of places in terms of county borders. Now, there are a mix here. We've got a live auction here in Highlands, Florida, but that's followed by an online tax lien auction for Florence, New Jersey, and for Trenton, New Jersey, as well as Voorhees, New Jersey, on that same date. Then we've got McKinley, New Mexico is holding a live sale. Caldwell, North Carolina, Lorain, Ohio, Lucas, Ohio. They both have live sales. And then we have an online redemption deed sale in Caldwell, Louisiana County. And some more live auctions to round it out here on Wednesday in Florida. We've got DeSoto, Highlands, Marion, St. John's, and Washington all holding live auctions on that day as well.
And Thursday the 28th, we start out with some online auctions happening in Hillsborough and also National Park, New Jersey. Then we've got some live auctions happening in New Mexico and Grant, New Mexico, and in Killing, Connecticut. And then North Carolina, several different counties, Bertie, Washington. And then when there's an Indiana sale in Vanderburg, that's actually going to be a deed sale. Indiana offers both liens and deeds, but if you're into deeds, and you live in Indiana, that's a chance to get there. Then Pennsylvania has auctions. taking place. In Pennsylvania will really start having their big time auctions happening in September, but there is some different ones that are doing upset bids or judicial sales. And then essentially Jefferson County, Florida has a live auction, and Pasco and Sumter. So there's a bunch of different live auctions happening in Florida.
Yeah, you know, really, there's probably still more counties in Florida that do live auctions still than online auctions even. The number's changing, but it's probably, you know, there's still a lot of live auctions taking place there. Another online tax lien auction to round out on Friday in New Jersey and in Hoboken, New Jersey, in Oldmans County, New Jersey, as well as some live sales in Mora, New Mexico, in Coventry, Connecticut, and in Mecklenburg, North Carolina. We've got another live sale, and that pretty well wraps it up for the month.
Yeah, is there a 31st? I can't remember.
I don't know.
I guess that would be Sunday, huh? So that probably does wrap it up.
Yeah, because I think the next ones are into the month of July. So, yeah, excellent.
That should give you an idea. And all of these different lists that we've looked at essentially are available on the website, either the list or we're going to be directing you directly to the online auction webpage or website. And so if you're interested, go ahead and go to taxsalesupport.com. You can sign up and register. Essentially, it's $29 a month. You can cancel at any time. And not only are you going to have access to the list, you're also going to have access to all of the other things that we provide.
Yeah. So we'd love to have you. And again, be assured to like this video and to subscribe.
Yeah, definitely. We appreciate it.